Hi guys, and welcome back to a short video tutorial on using a mood tracker, which hopefully you're watching this video because we've given you one recently in one of our sessions, and we've asked you to complete some in your own time between our sessions so that we can make the most of it. Now, the reason why I find mood trackers really interesting and really useful is it gives us an opportunity for myself and yourself to really explore and look at your daily functioning, but also it gives you some insight into your daily life. When you're filling these charts out, hopefully you don't just fill them out, but give it some thought and actually see the own patterns yourself. At the end of the day, one of our golden aims is to get you to be your own therapist in your own life. When you start to see patterns happening and you make that connection for yourself, that is by far better than anything I can teach you during our sessions. So let's go straight into our mood tracker, which we're looking at today. I've got one right here. Hopefully this is the same version of the copy that I've given you, or Artie's given you to complete. Now, what you'll first off notice on this is the major part of it here, this part here, is majorly monitoring just your mood. So what we're asking you to do 3 times a day is just to mark how you're feeling within yourself. Now, when we're saying mood, we're talking about the best and the worst. So that could be arguably quite an interesting and confusing thing to ask. It's literally saying the worst would be the most depressed you are, the best you are is the happiest you've ever been. Make it subjective to you. So let's just go through this and let me talk you through this exactly what we're looking for here. So imagine that this was Monday morning for myself. And by the way, we actually just start this on a Monday. If we've given this on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, wait until the next week and then start so you've got a whole week going. So let's look at this one here. So we can see here on the Monday, I've rated myself here as a 7 in the morning, 4, 5 in the afternoon, and then a 9 in the evening. I want you to do this for me for the 7 days, and then repeat that again for the second week. And if you've been given 3, then complete that for 3 weeks altogether. What you'll find happening is, eventually what we'll do is we'll join these up and you'll see a bit of a chart going across the page of exactly how you're feeling. Now, it doesn't just end there. We're really interested in the mood. We're also looking about things that affect your mood. So what we're looking at here is every day I want you just to make a few notes in these columns at the bottom here. The first one, the very bottom one, is how much sleep have you had the previous night. So on the Monday, you're writing down the amount of sleep in this box here that you had last night on the Sunday night to Monday morning. And then follow that through for the 2 to 3 weeks. But more as well interesting is looking at things like, what have you accomplished today? So it could be very small things. It could be that I've managed to read a book or I've managed to complete a piece of work. It's that level of accomplishment. What have you managed to do today that you felt that you've accomplished? My computer's making noises, but please forgive me. Then we're also looking about what you've enjoyed today. That could be things to do with work. That could be anything that you've found enjoyable today. Now, enjoyable, yet again, is a very subjective thing. It's really depending on you. Write whatever you want in that box there. This one you might find quite confusing, and unfortunately it's a small box, but I want you to identify anything that you've been avoiding. So for instance, if I had to ring somebody and I was really kind of like hesitant to do that, I'll write that in there. I avoided making phone calls today. And ask yourself why. Didn't feel up to it, felt anxious, felt stressed, whatever it is. We're looking at 3 things there. Your work-life balance is really important. We're looking at what you've enjoyed, what you've accomplished, and what you're avoiding. Those avoidances we'll look at during therapy if that becomes a major problem. Through these sheets, you see, we can get a bit of a map over that. And the final one here is, what exercise have you done today? Now, I'm not talking about going to the gym and pumping iron or doing a marathon. It's whatever exercise you've considered yourself doing. So, for instance, if I've done nothing more than just walked to work and walked home again, that's at least 40 minutes walking I've done in that daytime. So I'd write that down there, walking to work. Fill this out for every single day. I know it's quite a lot to carry around with you, but we can't stress enough about getting this information, this data and this evidence is really important at this first step of therapy for us to find out what exactly is going off in your life. Complete these for us over the next 2 to 3 weeks, bring them back to our next session, see what you think to it yourselves, but bring it back to the next session and hopefully we can dissect this a little bit and try and work out what is going off in your life together. Okay guys, I hope that's been useful for you. Like we say, you'll probably see that a few times during therapy. We're really interested at the very first start of therapy is just to complete one exactly as you are right now, and then during therapy we may ask you to try something new and track it again. So mood tracking is quite an interesting thing to do, and it's one of the first steps that we do during our treatment together. Hope you found that tutorial interesting, guys, and hopefully you'll be able to complete that task for us, and we look forward to seeing you in the next session. Take care, guys. See you soon.